Did we ever get a name of that merchant? I don't have it written down.
No. There was no proper name. He was just a small arms merchant. That's all you need to write down. Everybody seemed to know of him, but no one knew him.
Small arms, like for halflings?
Like daggers, short swords.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Perfect merchant and fence.
Alright. You guys headed to the Drowning Flagon?
Yep.
Yeah, but should we are we gonna come up with some sort of story why we're there? So it doesn't,
It's pretty
so it doesn't look like we're following him?
For fuck's sake, lad. Whatever story we're gonna come up with, they're gonna see right through it.
So we gonna have whoever's the sneaky type check it out while we kind of hang out?
Basically, by the time you guys are done inspecting the crime scene and whatnot, it's about midnight.
So, I guess we've got a few paths here. We could go to the merchant's cart. We could go to the fest hall that he was at. Go find Colin. I mean, I'm sure the guards still have eyes on them. I think perhaps gathering some more information may be good.
I wonder if anything had been stolen from his cart. I know they said it was locked up, but...
Unless he has an inventory written down that we can compare.
Oh, I bet bottom dollars that he has something hidden there. Some kind of...
It might be worth taking a look at.
That's where I say we go first.
But does the man have a partner?
Let's head to the cart, unless you want to head to the bar and sit down, and you know what that's going to lead to.
So we go check out the cart or the bar?
At a minimum, we can get a name.
Right.
Which cart do we look at?
The small arms one?
Why don't we get one of these guards to take us to the cart, and then we can do whatever we want.
I think we'd be better off going to the bar. I don't think we'll find too much at the cart, but that's my opinion.
So your intention is to go up to the four that you met before and start openly talking about it without having much additional information.
No, just...
Oh, what is your plan then? Just go there and sit and watch them?
Because that won't be conspicuous.
Exactly.
Well, I could go...
This is the first time you've done this, isn't it? Look, we go to the cart, we get the information if we can. If there's nothing there, then we...
I'm sorry.
No, we know where the...
Intelligence.
Wisdom, I have wisdom, damn it. Wisdom's a 16.
What's your intelligence?
8. I retract my statement.
Stupid is as stupid does.
So,
yeah, my intelligence is 80. I'm going along with whatever the hell they say. I got nothing to say to this.
the thing is, yeah, I mean, to go up and openly confront them...
But I know what love is, Jack.
And I think it's not a good idea right now to go just confront them. And if we just sit in the bar and we all kind of look at them, that might raise a little... that might raise some suspicion, you know what I mean?
Well, I could dance with Jazz.
Well... okay. Dancing isn't really the issue right now.
I mean, we could say there's a great bard there, and we want to listen to them.
It is
we
possible.
could be dancing.
Is there a great
speak for hit on?
Is there a great bard there?
I'm sure there is.
There is not.
It perhaps this is just a suggestion, though. If we could find them and maybe get one of them alone, we might be able to persuade him to give information.
True.
We're still under the assumption that they've done it. Granted, many arrows were pointed their direction, but it's not conclusive yet. We could be chasing down a dead end, and by going to them we could miss an opportunity to find something else. We need more information.
Well, I say let's go check out that cart then.
Follow the evidence. If it really is them, then we'll come to them eventually, right?
Yes. And they're being watched anyway.
Well, then all I have to say is, let Tamoris bless us in our actions, guide us in her wisdom, and show us the true path.
Right. Let's get moving.
So I guess you are fortuitous you have us as friends to point you in the right direction.
So Brother
Tamoris
Tim
smiles
and
upon
Nate
me.
again.
I'll drink to that, lad.
Tamoris smiles upon me in many ways.
Is there anyone that has above 8 intelligence in this room?
10.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
14.
Then I would not listen to Brother Tim or Magnus from this point.
16.
Or Quaylen.
They are borderline like Forrest Gump. Okay.
I've got a 16.
Somebody
I'm
needs
an
to
8
step
too,
up
but
and
I'm
say,
smart.
okay,
But I am smart enough to keep my mouth shut.
You're what?
I have nothing to say. Let's put it that way.
Better to keep your
What's your intelligence?
8.
better to keep your mouth shut and be thoughtful rather than open it up and be proven one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Damn that 16 charisma.
Oh yeah, you're very charismatic. So is Forrest Gump. I'm just saying, you guys have 8 intelligence, okay? That's not smart. That's not, like you could be wise. You know that there's a downpour of rain. I better not stand out here because I'm getting shocked by lightning. That doesn't mean you're the smartest person in the room.
Oh no, not at all.
You guys are trying to, do CSI, and you're like, oh, there's a dead guy in there. That's what you're coming up with. Those of you who have larger intelligence need to step up to the plate.
I'm gonna step back and just
Right.
drink.
Sounds
That's why I've been quiet, man. I know.
Okay.
That's why I'm choosing action over intelligence.
I'm looking at the twins. You guys have been trained for this stuff. Come on.
We were trained for this?
Mm-hmm.
Thought we were playing.
Your father's one of the best trackers in the land, and your mother's one of the best killers in the land. You guys have been trained for this shit.
What do you want us to do?
They did it.
Yeah, they did it. And made it look like
You
Quaylen did
would
it.
never catch us if we did it.
So,
Exactly.
I'm thinking this. We go to the cart, try to see if there's any evidence there. Possibly go to this bar, find out where these guys are doing where they're going,
Well, why
and
don't
then
we,
you guys can track them around.
There is the fest hall also.
why don't we investigate why they were targeted and find the root of it?
That would make sense.
So the cart would be a good idea. Because perhaps there's something there that would lead us to the answer to that.
But possibly a talk with the Thieves Guild to find out who these people were that were killed. Maybe they have any info for us.
The whorehouse. After.
I mean, isn't one of you
I'll volunteer to go to the whorehouse.
oh, Jesus.
Lordy.
Anyway, isn't one of you guys one of them sneaky, roguish types? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we might be.
Maybe.
I'm so pulling for Paul to be the leader of this party. Like, you have no idea. I want Paul to be the leader.
Where do you want
Oh,
us to
no,
sneak
you don't
to?
want-
Oh,
You don't
I
want
do.
Paul.
You have no, I do.
It's after 10:45. Mitch isn't going to remember this.
No, I am writing shit down.
What?
Believe me, I got a whole freaking section dedicated just to this. I haven't even written down marching order yet.
What is it that you want us to sneak around to do exactly?
Well, no, I'm
Find out who these people were and why they were targeted.
Yeah. So if possibly one of the sneaky roguish types has this street sense who could maybe get us a meeting or talk with someone in the Thieves Guild around here.
Information from the local thieves guilds would be
Yeah.
beneficial.
Find out who these people were that were killed, why they think they were killed.
Jazz, can you see signs? Or Lily?
What are we willing to offer for that?
Mitch, I have ear to the streets, so would I have a contact here, obviously?
Because I really doubt they'll do that for free.
If they're being targeted by
Here to the street,
a thieves
is to
guild
the
from
Dalelands.
Suzail,
Yeah.
then they may be more willing to talk to us, especially if these people who have died are part of their guild, and they're too afraid to perhaps act upon those who are coming in and trying to claim the territory. So it may cost us, but we may find the information for free. We may not find anyone.
It's an idea anyway that we can.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, what it
No,
said.
I'm not discounting that. I'm just asking what we wanted to offer them for it. So,
Perhaps there's survival through this.
Yeah, offer to find out who's actually doing it. I don't know, and to bring him to quote unquote justice.
Oh, one in the favor of a guild will not be a bad idea either.
Everybody rose with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows the war is over. Everybody knows.
Just remember, if you win the favor of one, you piss off the other.
Everybody knows the fight was
Right.
I'm not really worried about pissing people off.
I don't care. Fight's a fight.
That's how it goes.
All right, so
So what's the plan? How can we help? Come on.
cart first.
Alright, let's go check out the...
I just go wherever Lily goes.
And I follow you.
Nobody's told her all.
It's all about role-playing, people. Let's do it.
And then we'll go to the cart, and then after we get down there, and possibly we could go to a house of ill repute and see if see if one of the sneaky types here can give, I don't know, signals or whatever to a local thieves guild person. I don't know how all that works.
Now, there is what you guys gathered from the guards. There's a house of ill repute very close to you, within a block.
We
Or
can go there.
You guys are gonna have to head down south, or not south, I'm sorry, because it's on the side. You're gonna have to head to the west and all the way down and get to where the carts are kept in the locked warehouse. In order to
Ah.
The
inspect them.
house. At the house. I mean,
The house itself is not very far from here.
and they might talk to us because, well, I mean, we've got the symbols of a god that doesn't care about what they do.
That's a good idea. Let's go check out this house of ill repute that this guy was going to. Very good.
Is that the consensus?
Yes, I'm good for that.
You guys, excuse me, you guys travel up a block, and you come to a very nice house that has a gated area. However, there's no gate that opens. It's more of like a fenced-in area. The front area is very meticulously cared for in the garden. As you step up the wooden stairs, by the time you reach the second stair, you hear kind of an audible creaking sound. So that by the time you reach the landing, the door's open. It's opened by a extremely attractive female human of middle to advancing age, wearing a bit more makeup than usual. As she smiles brightly, she looks at each of you. Her face never gives away anything other than friendly welcome. As she says, "Hello, it's a bit late to call upon me. What can I do for you?" It's a very awkward silence. She starts to close the door.
Eh,
Sorry, they're all a little bit tongue-tied. We were wondering if we could just buy a little bit of your time for a talk.
My time is very valuable, and my talk is very valuable. What exactly is this about? She's no longer smiling. Well, the corners of her mouth are smiling, but it's more in her mouth than her eyes, as she is studying each of you very astutely.
We just need your help. How much do you charge for talk?
Oh, that depends on the talk, honey.
I kind of look. I look at the girls and just kind of shrug, like, hey, "This is your thing."
It's your thing.
Should I take over the
Where-
I mean,
conversation?
not really your thing, but you know.
Should I take over the conversation?
No.
No.
We're out in the middle of the hallway or something?
No, you're actually on the landing of the
On the
house.
landing.
She has not allowed you inside yet, and
Alright.
she's got the doors basically open about maybe 6 to 8 inches as she's looking at you very suspiciously at this point. But the plastered smile on her face is still there. Her eyes are not smiling.
Okay. Well, it is a discussion that would be better had in private.
She does not waver, and she looks at you.
I pull off my belt pouch, jingle it, and pass it to her.
She takes it, her eyes locked on you. She opens it and she looks down, puts her hand inside. Her eyes match the smile. She says, "Welcome," and she opens the door. "Please, make yourselves at home." As she points, you can see within the foyer. It's a very large area. There are 2 couches, about 6 chairs, and there's a small bar with a half-orc person that seems to be tending bar. The bar itself is maybe about 3 to 4 feet long. It's not very wide, but there's a lot of alcohol behind it. As she ushers you all in, when you all enter, she closes the door. You can see the area is lit by lanterns that are draped with red scarves, so it gives a very warm kind of red glow to it. There are 3 exits from this area. Each one of them has a very heavy purple velvet curtain drawn on it. So, as she jingles the purse and she puts it behind her, attaches it to a gold belt. "What can I get you all to drink?"
Lily, at the temple, don't they do this kind of stuff for free just for the fun of it?
Yeah, but that's a whole different world than this. I assume you've heard of the local...
I'll take a wine.
2, please.
Sorry.
What would you like to drink? And she goes to each of you to try to find something that you would like to drink. Or,
I would just have
actually,
water,
what to drink.
please.
He said water.
You didn't
Ale
say
will
water.
do.
I said water.
I'm just imagining Goonies.
Yeah, there's a trough outside. Right.
Then
If you say water, she just gives you a flask or a cup of whiskey. She fills all your needs, and then the half-orc bartender kind of goes back to, cleaning a cup or whatever as he pretends to ignore what's going on. There's been no one but this half-orc male bartender and this woman who, again, heavily made over. She looks to be in her late 40s, early 50s. "So what can I do for you?" As she looks to Arundel, as he was the belt pouch person.
Lily,
She says, "How can I fulfill your needs?"
you could listen to my friend and answer her questions. As I put the
I'm
wine to
sure
my
that's
lips.
all I can do. We have many other services here.
Information is what we're here for.
Are you,
And
are
this
you with the Mercember Guard?
wine. No. But please,
Are you wired? No.
Are you a cop?
Yeah, are you a cop? No, she smiles very well. What
I'm
can I
legally
do for you,
obliged to
ladies?
say no.
We cater to you as well.
I'm just scanning the room for any threats.
We just
With
went.
a 12 perception, you can tell that there's people behind the curtains, but no one has a perception. I'm sorry, go ahead. Lily.
Excuse me, before we continue, I think you should know we're not alone, and I'll nod to the curtains.
Oh, you're never alone here, dear. That we pride ourselves on that. Lily?
I look at the rest and say, do we want to discuss this in public?
Nod.
Pubic?
I think we're the only people here.
I just told you weren't.
Can I go poke the curtain?
If you want.
Yeah.
Right. You poke the curtain and it's sheer, it's very soft, it's very sensual. And you can see several feet on the other side. As the
Pull it
curtain kind of
open.
billows and then comes back to the original position.
Yeah, can I pull it open?
It's probably
Yeah.
the ladies.
As
in
you
there.
do, you see there are 3 females here. One is elven, the other 2 are human. They are scantily dressed. And they all smile at you in a very trying to be seductive manner. They are heavily made up, and they are extremely attractive.
So,
She-
do
as,
we want to talk in front of them?
As the woman says, "Do you see someone you like or are interested in?"
No.
Then what can I do for you?
So, did you happen to come across a merchant that sells small arms in the market?
We have several merchants that visit us here.
Anyone that visited tonight?
Or who was supposed to visit tonight.
We did not have a merchant that visited us, but yes, we were expecting someone. As she kind of eyes you, Tim.
Well, he's not fucking. He's not gonna fucking make it. Oh, sorry, that was your spot.
I looked at Lily.
If it's who we think it is, then he's probably not going to come. What did you know about this gentleman?
He was not regular, but he was one of our more intense customers.
Intense in what way?
We've had to ban him from time to time. He has a violent streak. His name was Billborn. He was a small arms merchant and tended to get rough with our ladies from time to time. We have not seen him for several months, and he was not welcome back. Are you saying he's on his way here?
No, you won't have to worry about him again.
What do you mean?
He was just found murdered in the street.
Murdered? Are you being honest with me?
Absolutely.
She covers her mouth for a second. She says, "That is, I am not surprised, actually."
Why would you not be surprised?
have had reports from locals that he has raped several women in the area. I feel it is my fault because I banned him from my house, and he seems to have taken his violent streak upon the populace. I tried to make amends with a few of the women who live in the area. I did not wish that upon them. I had no idea he would be that violent. But if he is dead, then perhaps a great evil has been put down, like a dog. She spits on the ground.
Would you have any idea who might want to do that? Or perhaps
of course,
one of
Eddie.
the women?
You speak. I have 5 girls alone who would wish him dead, and several people in the area who have been accosted by him, not necessarily raped by him, but accosted by him, that would have no problem seeing his demise as well as their husbands.
Have you heard of the other murders?
I've heard of them, yes. We
Would
are in that line of business that we do hear those things.
Aren't we all?
She smiles.
Would you happen to know anything about them and perhaps what connection Bilburn might have had with them?
She tightens her lips for a moment. She looks about. She claps her hands, and when she does this, you guys see the curtains, the 3 curtains that lead to other areas, kind of flutter a bit as people back off. The orc bartender pours a couple drinks and then excuses himself and leaves the area until it's just you and her. This takes about 5 minutes. As she's satisfied that no one's around, she walks over to the bar and she downs the first shot. She sets the other one down. She says, I have heard there have been a series of grisly murders in the area. The first 2 have been on thieves. There's been this one poor bastard that they said was an informant. His tongue was ripped out. And then there was the poor man who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. His eye is torn out. I heard something tonight about a mutilation, which I can only assume is the man that you questioned me about. And if so, then I know that justice has been done.
Yeah.
So, no big deal that he died, but maybe big deal the other side.
The first 2 were simply petty thieves. They were children.
Exactly.
I did not know them. The man with his tongue that was ripped out, he's visited us from time to time, but he was no problem. The man with his eyes ripped out, I did not know this man. He came from more towards the eastern side of town. He never came this way. But that merchant is something new. He was not he was not a citizen of Marsember. He is the first one that has been murdered in such a way that was not a citizen.
Do you know of any person or organization that might want these people dead?
Not necessarily. However, we have had a lot of pressure coming from Suzail. The Thieves Guild has gotten very full of itself from Suzail and has tried to move in and take over our local guild of Morsember. And there has been clashes here and there. However, nothing like this, nothing we've seen before. There has been a death. There's been 2 deaths between the Thieves Guild War, but nothing of this magnitude. It's all been petty sword, short swords, small arrows, that sort of thing. You know what I mean, like crossbows. This is something different. This is personal, at least in my opinion.
Would Bilburn have had any dealings with the Thieves Guild in Suzale, perhaps?
Who?
The third one? Isn't that what he said?
Wayloon?
His name was?
The city of Wayloon? No.
What?
What are you speaking of?
Would Bilburn have had any dealings with the Thieves Guild from Suzale?
Oh, I don't know of his dealings within other cities. All I know is he was a regular guest here until about 2 weeks ago. His last travel, he went from Suzale to here, and then on to Wayloon. He went on a spree. He beat one of my associates rather severely, and I booted him out. When he returned from Wayloon on his way back to Suzale, I did not allow him entrance.
Can you describe him?
She gives you a description of the murdered person, castrated straight person.
I nod.
Would you happen to have any dealings with the local Thieves Guild? And think that perhaps they might be willing to discuss this situation with us?
I'll tell you what, dear.
We could possibly be of aid.
She kind of thinks to herself. She says, I would be willing to help one of you get in contact with the local guild, but right now there is such a struggle going on between the Thieves Guild of Suzale and our local Thieves Guild that I have not seen in 10 years. But I can get you in contact of someone, but only one of them. Beyond that, I run the risk of exposing myself and yourselves. You are all staying at the Roaring Griffin, right? As she smiles.
Well, don't we know a lot of stuff?
Marsember may be a large city, but it's not
It
that
is her job.
large. Good gnome.
Indeed. I vote for, I think Lily here would be a great contact, huh?
Whatever's happening here is hurting my business as well. If you are here to figure it out and solve it, the faster you do, the more money I will make in the long run. So I will help you as much as I can. However, I can only help you as much as I can. As she wakes.
I understand. I want no harm to befall you for your involvement.
And my darling, I wish no harm to befall you as well.
Very well. If you could get me in touch with this man or woman, as it were.
Wonderful. Now, in the meantime, get some rest, relax, and possibly I will speak with you tomorrow.
Well, you know where to find us, don't you?
I think I do, as she smiles and winks.
Alright. I will stand.
She rises and gestures
Nod
towards
her.
the door.
I thank you for your hospitality and the information.
Yes,
And
thank you,
hopefully
ma'am.
all will go well.
Indeed.
Excellent.
Alright. You guys leave?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah.
Of course.
unless they're staying for toys.
Tim might.
You guys start heading back to the Roaring Griffin. Is that right? Okay. You guys cross the bridge and head back. As you guys re-enter the Roaring Griffin, at this point, most of the crowd has left. There's only a couple diehards that stay. As you guys retire to your room, you kind of gather around your table. You finish up a couple light snacks such as bread, with a bit of butter slathered on it, a light ale, as you decide what to do the next morning. Anything?
Well, we'll wait for Chicky to answer, but what can we do in this meantime? Check out dude's thing?
Yep, I think that's a good
Perhaps
idea.
Some of us could do that. And I'll wait at the bar at the inn for word from the lady.
I stay with Lily.
That's a good idea.
Close down the place.
Is the bard still there?
No, they're gone. Cassandra is cleaning the tables, flipping chairs. She comes over. She gives you the last food and stuff for the night as she charges it to your room. She wishes you fair dreams as you guys ascend to the next level and go to bed.
Sweet, level 2.
Level of the actual displacement statue. Alright, anybody doing anything significant?
Nope.
Alright. Then you can call it here.
Did anyone want to talk to Cassandra, see if she ever heard anything? Assuming that if there's no one else here but us, there's an opportunity
That is true.
that she may be willing to talk a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Seriously? Is that what you guys want?
She may have overheard something, yeah.
It's midnight for you guys, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
It might take a few minutes, but
We'll continue on. Alright. Cassandra's cleaning up. She's
I,
picking up empty
Clap
mugs.
Jazz on the back and say, "You're up."
What?
You don't really want one of these boys to talk. They'll just
Oh, God, no.
talk forever, and you'll get nothing out of them.
Hey, Cassandra.
Ladies
Can you
and gents, it's time to last call.
Cassandra, can we talk to you for a second?
I suppose. She looks about. There's maybe one or two drunken dwarves that are passed out on the table. As she takes a seat, she looks at different glasses. She sees one that's half empty, and she grabs it up and starts drinking. Oh, I needed that.
I get a piece of gold out and give it to her. Sorry, we haven't been we keep forgetting to tip as well as we should.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
We were wondering if you've overheard anything. Maybe
I hear so much. It's like run on goop in my ears.
I can't even imagine all of the crazy you hear. Do you remember those?
My ass is so sore. Let me tell you, when I sit down, it's hard to sit down. Pinching me so hard.
You should totally just
Looks
dump
over at Magnus.
Imagine, and I look at Tim.
Next time, just take a dagger to them.
That's what Mom does.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not how you get tips, dear.
Oh.
Yeah,
True.
I guess that does kind of. It's a point. Yeah.
You know those guys that were in here? The one that was really hot, and then his 4 creepy friends. They look like adventurers. Like
Colin? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh.
Isn't
Oh
he
my
hot?
God.
Right?
You should see him naked. He is
Oh.
a masterpiece.
Oh, you've been with him, lucky girl.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
I kind of look at Lily because how do you go on if she's been sleeping with him?
What? Just anyway.
Okay. Well, we were just wondering if you'd overheard anything from them. You know, obviously.
Or anyone, really.
Yeah, or anyone in the bar.
That
'Cause
might be.
I hear
Interesting.
all sorts of things. What are you getting at? As she smiles at you.
have you heard about the murders?
Oh my God! Yes, it's horrible. Horrible. The way these people have been treated. They've been laid out like posts or statements or something like that. It's horrible.
It is, although apparently one of them deserved it, but that's not the point. But the other four didn't. So, have you heard anything maybe about, I don't know, thieves guilds or anything that seems odd or out of context from regular bar talk?
I probably shouldn't be telling you this. I know it's girl talk.
It's girl talk, because
But Colin is very worried that this is going to blow back on him and his men.
why would he think that?
I don't know. He says he's from Suzail, but I don't know. You know, who can ask with the eyes like that? I mean, right?
True. You weren't totally, listening to him talk, so.
Oh, God no.
So he's worried that the people are gonna blame him?
Indeed. He's ready to leave, but he's not prepared to leave for at least another 3 days.
Oh, another 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say why he was staying? I mean, that's lucky for you. Hopefully you
He
get
didn't
another
say
night with
why
him.
he was staying, but he said he's going to lay low for another 3 days, and he wants me to come by tomorrow.
Oh!
Of course, I'm going to.
Of course, as you should. You can't miss up an opportunity like that.
If I can get my hooks in the hen, that's my ticket out of here.
Oh, that's what you're aiming for. And get a hottie and get out of here. It's a good plan.
You can't blame me, dear.
No, not at all.
I
Not
don't
at
have
all.
your looks anymore. That was maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, you're gorgeous. And you got a
Stop.
hottie like that.
Here-
So
Seriously, as much as Tim over here has been going on about it. You have nothing to worry about with your looks, honey.
It seems he's very concerned about this getting
I
put
would-
back onto him, because he's originally from the capital city of Suzail, and he doesn't want this coming back on him.
Is it just that he's from Suzail that he thinks that's the case?
That's all I've gathered here.
Strange. I mean, I'm sure there's a number of people in the town that are from Suzail. Why wouldn't they all think the same?
I mean, we've got a couple here that are come from Suzail.
Exactly.
I agree.
Why him specifically that would be worried?
I agree. Why is he so uppity about it? He should just let loose and just marry me and take me away to Suzail.
Well, that's
We
your
could
goal
live
for
on
tomorrow.
the water, and we could have children, and they could be fish captains. Wonderful things.
Did he
that what he
tell you
does?
what he
He's a
does for a
bishop?
living?
That's what you should do tomorrow, is make sure
He
that happens.
has not told me, but I know in my heart that he is a fisherman. He is a merchant fisherman, and he lives on the bounty of the great sea of fallen stars.
Ah, so he hasn't said nothing about what he does for a living or nothing there.
I don't ask him. I merely
Ah.
let my love guide me.
So he seems kind of well-to-do too. Seems to be full of coin, that kind of thing,
Oh yes, he pays for everything. He tips
Have you
me
heard
very
anything
well.
strange from his 3 other friends? Kind of.
I'm not.
Do you
one
know
to
any of
gossip.
them?
I'm not one to gossip.
You know what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
She's not one to gossip. Girl talk is
okay.
different than gossiping.
Mitch, can we
Oh,
we hear her talking?
Absolutely, yeah. You guys are pretty much the only people left, except for Cassandra. Sully is passed out on the. He's actually sitting on a barrel. His head collapsed against some wine bottles and snoring very loudly. She's the only one conscious, Most everybody else moved out. She's sitting with you mainly because she has nothing else to do.
I'm going to use insight to see if she's been telling the truth the whole time.
Sure.
I'll just let you girls talk then. You know, I'm just a little guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I lied up.
She is full on in girl gossip mode. She
Yeah.
does not seem to be very sharing with the males of your group.
So, do you know if any of the other guys have found girls here?
Oh,
I mean, I know Colin's the hottie.
They are his entourage.
Oh.
They protect him wherever he goes, and they follow him. He is very wealthy.
Interesting. So that they're there almost like bodyguards. Although I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Although, I must say, one of them seems to disappear for great lengths during the day.
Really?
Yes, I've seen him on and off, but it's the bearded man. It's a very
okay.
severe look. The older.
Yeah.
He disappears for great lengths, but he always comes back. But none of them speak with me as Colin does. I think I've hooked Colin, and I think he is my ticket out of here.
I think he likes you, definitely.
I know he likes me, and I will make him love me.
It's a good plan. I think you should totally go for it. Life's about having fun and living in it, right?
Indeed. And becoming a noble woman when you can, right?
Exactly.
Well, Sully is snoring very loudly, so I must wrap up this check.
Of course.
All of you, get some sleep. I will see you tomorrow.
Definitely, and have fun
If
tomorrow night
I'm
with him.
still single.
Ha, hopefully you won't be. Fingers are
Indeed.
crossed.
As she clears up some stuff, she puts it on the tray, she slams it down. Sully wakes up a bit. Alright, come on, Sully, it's time for clothes. He's like, what? It's last call. It's no call. Let's go to bed. As he looks about, he wakes up and realizes that you guys are the only people down.
Is anybody else curious who this other owner of the bar is? Just saying.
Does it get us free whiskey?
So, I think tomorrow we need to follow Bearded Dude.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I mean, it's strange that he keeps on saying that, or keeps on talking that he's not involved. That's interesting.
He may not be, but it may be something like he's part of a thieves guild or something.
Yeah, maybe.
The other thing we'll have to worry about is if Cassandra sees him tomorrow night, she will obviously speak this as he asks questions if anyone had asked about him.
Yep, he's gonna
Girl
know we
talk
asked.
or no, yes.
Well, had to be done.
Indeed, great information. Well done. Good
I know.
ladies.
Nothing happens to
Very
Cassandra,
good.
though.
I'll let you guys finish up here. I'm gonna go up, have a wee dram, fall asleep.
Great. It's a great night.
Very good.
Tomorrow we have a
Good
lot
night.
to do. Sounds good.
Yes, let Tamora bless us on our endeavors. She's seen us fit to take on this task, to help this town, to help the people in it, to give us an adventure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I go upstairs when he starts talking.
Good job, good job. Alright guys, hopefully you had fun tonight. It's a lot of roleplay, but this is kind of what I wanted to do. I want you guys to establish characters, build some background, and figure out what is going on in this town. And I think you guys are off to a great start. I just want to say, we're going to move on from here next week. We're going to move on to the next part. You guys have hopefully have picked up some clues here and there, and I think you guys are off to a I don't know. I think you guys have gotten enough clues to move on to that part. But honestly, I'm loving the interaction here. those of you that know your characters to know that you have an 8 intelligence to play that. You may have wisdom of you could have a wisdom of 20, which means you get the hell out of the rain when the thunderstorms come. But that does not mean that you know where the rain comes from.
Hey Mitch, are you okay with characters who have an 8 intelligence who want to get more involved in this type of role play to
Yes,
move their
I love the role play.
to move their attributes around a little bit?
That's not how you built your character set.
Right. Adventure League, you can redo a character up to 5th level. That's why I'm asking. So
we're not Adventure League.
But what I'm saying is, I'll use Brad for example. If Brad wants to get more involved in this type of role play, are you okay with us, because this is our first session, moving attributes around and locking them in going forward?
Yes. Yes, that I am 100% with. If you decide that your character should be more intelligent than charismatic, or dexterous, or strength, whatever, go ahead and do that. You cannot substitute. You cannot say I'm 8, also I'm 10. Everything else is the same. You're gonna have to
right. Just
substitute. Yes, switch out.
The opportunity to change it now and lock it in for next game session.
Absolutely. Because again, I know all you guys built characters that you played before and you want to play, but this is completely different experience than any of you guys have had before. This is a murder mystery. That's where we're starting, and that's one of the reasons I did it. Is I want you guys to be out of your element. There's more than what meets the eye. G.I. Joe. So you guys are going to have to compensate. So if you guys decide that 8 intelligence is not going to work for you, go ahead and switch something out. But you cannot bump something up with points you do not have.
Oh yeah, it still has to be a legal character.
Correct.
Right.
But
It would be nice if some people would get more involved.
Give me a classification of an 8 intelligence. Am I high school?
Force Gump. 80. If you think hundreds or tens, 8 is 80 intelligence. That's Forrest Gump. He was very wise because he knew when to run when they were shooting at him in Vietnam. But he is stupid as shit. That's how it is. That's Forrest Gump.
85 is the beginnings of average intelligence.
What's that?
85 is the beginning of an average intelligence.
Yeah, so an
But
8's below average.
Isn't going to be
Correct.
into like the 70s normally.
So Forrest Gump was an 8 intelligence. But
Yeah, in the movie it said he had an 80 IQ. That's our base.
Okay.